Today on Math Sparks, let's discuss the mensuration formulas. Mensuration can be divided into two parts. One is the 2D mensuration and other is the 3D mensuration. Here we are going to cover up nearly both of them. First of all, the very simple square. Perimeter. Perimeter means sum of all sides. It means if A and A. So that's how sum of all sides, it become 4A. Then area, length into breadth. Here the length is A and this thing, so A square. If you need to get the diagonal's length, this is the diagonal. There are two diagonals in a square. Next comes rectangle, perimeter, again sum of all four sides. This is L, this is B, so that's how it becomes 2L plus 2B. Area L into B and then the diagonal, again line joining the opposite corners is called a diagonal. This is also a right angle triangle. In this case, this will be your B, this will be your small h. This side is hypotenuse, right? So while getting the area of a right angle triangle, you're going to simply take half B into h, and small h is the straight height. We have the formula for equilateral triangles. Then parallelogram. For parallelogram, area is base into height. Now you must have an idea. Straight is the height. So this is the height h. Furthermore, in a parallelogram, you can take this also as height and this as base, depending on the given parallelogram. Then rhombus, uh, half into diagonals. Trapezium, 1 upon 2 into sum of parallel sides into height. Parallel sides is, let's take another example of a trapezium. Now here the parallel sides are this, and distance between the parallel sides is the height. And in this case of trapezium, our height is already marked. Then circle, we know the circle, circumference, area of semicircle, perimeter, area of quadrant, and all this. Let's come to the 3D mensuration. A cube, volume is equal to A cube, means if one length is marked as A, then A power 3 gives you as the volume. Now here LSA means lateral surface area, means they have taken the surface area, total surface area of only the shaded one. So in this case, that's how it becomes 4A square. And then total surface area is 6A square. If you mark it as L, so it can be written as 6L square. Cuboid, volume is LBH. It means here L multiply base multiply height. LSA means only the area of this shaded face. Then TSA, total surface area, 2 times L into B, B into H, and LH. Then we have the diagonal one. Now, next comes up the cylinder. Now, here CSA means curved surface area. TSA means total surface area. Total surface area can also be written in this format. Pi r square as the top circle, pi r square as the bottom circle, and 2 pi r h as the curved ones. Means total surface area of a closed cylinder can be 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. And here what they have done, they have taken 2 pi r common, so you are left with r plus h. If the cylinder is open from one end, then the total surface area, there will be only 1 pi r square instead of 2 pi r square. Next comes cone. Volume of cone, 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Then CSA, again curved surface area. To get the slant height, you have r square plus h square. Total surface area, again we can take as TSA of cone as pi r square plus pi r l. That is the curved one. Pi r taken common, so you can write down r plus l. So both ways of TSF is correct. For the cone, let's quickly touch out one more concept, the cone and sector of a circle. Remember that arc length of a sector is equal to circumference of the base. Circumference of the base is 2 pi r, and arc length theta over 360 into 2 pi r. Next thing which we must remember, radius of a sector is equal to slant height of the cone. Okay. Moving on to the sphere, volume is given, surface area, there is no curved surface area, and the surface area of sphere is the same. Then comes up hemisphere. For the hemisphere, volume is given to us. CSA again means curved surface area. TSA means total surface area. How it becomes 3 pi r square? Because this is 2 pi r square and the top circle is pi r square. Once we will add, it will result into 3 pi r square. Then you have a frustum. For a frustum, you are going to take the bigger cone and subtract by it. Then you have some important ratio tricks. Then you have some important tricks over here for the mensuration. Thanks.